Well, good morning. It is day 23 for me on the Spear Hiking Trail. And it's supposed to be Summit or Terminus Day. And we are camped at Jay Cooke. And there's about 8 miles to go from the ranger station here to the Southern Terminus. It's a wet morning. And we're getting an early start. Mark, who I met on the trail, was kind enough to let me pitch a tent near him at his campsite, so I was able to share that, and he's kindly offered to give me a ride back to my car here. His wife is picking him up when we finish, so everything goes well and we can get started. Won't have to hike 16 miles today, and so I'm really grateful for that. The rain in the night caused my tent to collapse a little bit. The stakes came out on the lower sides, so I had to get up and fix that. So and the tent pad, or the sleeping pad, is still leaking, so it was a long night, but excited for today, and hopefully we'll be able to have a successful completion of this trip. So let's get going. A little over an hour, and even though the trails are a little slick, those state park trails and the flatness, we're 3.5 miles in, so making good progress and getting close to the railroad bridge overlook. Well, we can update the grousometer. After a few days of not seeing any, we found one, so we're up to 48 now. Well, we're about 2 hours and 15 minutes in, and only 2.5 miles to the terminus, which is pretty amazing. So making good progress despite the rain and a little bit of muck. Now we're getting to the Wild Valley Road, where got a little road walk and then back on trail for the last stretch. So we are crossing Valley Road for the last time, and in about 100 yards we'll have about a mile to the terminus, which is pretty amazing. I know that this trip for me was inspired 34 years ago now with a 2-day backpacking trip I took on this trail. And at that time I was like, boy, you know, when I retire, I might like to do this thing. And here I am a mile from finishing. And Mark, my companion, he went on ahead to let him hike his own hike and be in the moment, because he's been on the trail now 21 days pretty much straight, and is completing the full hike, whereas I'm just finishing half. But still, it feels like a good accomplishment. And one thing that we both just commented on is that hiking alone has its benefits, but hiking together, we've been conversing and the time has gone extremely fast, and that's been nice too. So glad to be able to experience both of those things on this trip. Okay. I'm thinking about 13 months ago getting a ride from Harriet Quarles from Grand Marais to the Northern Terminus to start my hike, to finishing up that first section after 5 days on top of Pincushion Mountain, and then the stretch from Pincushion to Temperance River, where I was able to duplicate the 2 days from Cascade River to Temperance River hike that I did at the time 33 years ago. Of course, I ended up in the orthopedics for IT band issues on that trip, and then heading back and doing a 5-day trip where I made it to Silver Bay, camping on the shores of Bear Lake, and ending up with a stress fracture and being in a boot for a few weeks. Until now, starting this trip in Silver Bay, getting to go through some beautiful areas, past Gooseberry, meeting up with some nice folks like Mark, who I'm hiking with today, and Serena and Josh and others who have been gracious and kind, and have enjoyed getting to know them on this trip, to hiking through Duluth and experiencing that and having that as something to look forward to, plus Chester Creek and Keene Creek in Duluth. I didn't know those existed. They were just beautiful. And then yesterday, Ellie's Peak, and now today, finishing up at the Southern Terminus. It's been quite a journey. Amazing. So as I close out this video of my Superior Hiking Trail adventure, would be remiss without thanking my wife for all her love and support and encouragement of trying to do this goal that I set for myself years ago. My family, my friends who supported and encouraged me, thank you. To those that I met on the trail who were wonderful support, lending a hand, giving me a ride back so I didn't have to hike an extra 8 miles on the last day. All those things meant so much. And as I think about the learnings, the first one is just acknowledgement of the privilege that I have as someone with means to be able to take time and go do a trip like this. As I was coming out of Duluth the other day, the trail headed up the hill, and there happened to be an encampment of people experiencing homelessness. And I know they didn't want to be there, but that's where they have to live right now. And it just seems sad that a country, a society with as much means as we have, we can't provide enough for those, whether it's housing, whether it's medical help support, education support. And so I encourage you to look into ways that you can help support so that everybody has a home and a safe place to live, because we all deserve that. The next thing is thinking about the beauty of the North Shore and the wonderful things that exist here. But it doesn't happen without all the volunteers who put in so much time and effort to keep the trail up after storms and rain and stuff like that. I saw countless people as I was hiking the last 10 days who were out there maintaining the trail, and some had been doing it for years, and it's wonderful. And so if you haven't, if you're a hiker and you haven't joined the Superior Hiking Trail Association, or you just want to help maintain the trail, consider a donation. And lastly, a realization that section hiking may be the way for me to go. Being gone for 10 days out on the trail was a long time, and I missed my wife, missed my friends, and maybe doing shorter hikes is the way to go, because man, do I stink. Anyway, thanks for watching, and as always, keep on learning, and we'll see you down the trail. Hey, I almost forgot. The grousometer ended at 48.